Alright, you can scoop. Right. Did not realize Ivy did that. It's completely degenerate. Not really winning that one. Alright. We're here with Sram, Senior Edivisburger. Seems pretty cool. I've obviously played in the past Light Pause. I like this strategy somewhat. What's cool about SRAM though is I can play equipment and do the same thing, right? You just always draw. It doesn't always have to be auras, but most of them are going to be auras anyways. But you can cycle stuff like Short Sword, Shadow Spear, Bone Splitter, so there's some pretty cool equipment that you can run. You would probably play Swiftfoot Boots in Light Paws anyways, but here it draws a card, and that's pretty cool. So we have all the protection spells worth running. Giver of Runes too, and protection creatures worth running. I'll say it, and that weird dog, wherever it is, Resolute Watchdog. No, the other dog. This one is kind of jank, but it works. It's all cheap. Cheap interaction to basically, you can see, you can look at some of these cards as like counter spells, right? Like you just have a sort of a 2-mana counter spell here. I'm trying to find the 1-mana one. Dauntless Bodyguard can kind of be considered a 1-mana counter spell, right? You're only countering the relevant spells, and for the most part, those are typically just removal spells, so we can avoid those. There are more equipment than just these two, but I, A, don't have them crafted, and B, think of all of the swords, these two are really the only ones I would consider. I don't really like the blue-black one at all, and I don't like the blue-green one whatsoever. The blue-black one's alright, but in this deck specifically, not really. One of these swords casts spells. I think it's this one. Yeah, this one casts spells, which I don't have too many of, so this might just come out for something else. Don't really know what, but as of now, that's just how it is. I'm not running any adorable lands other than this one. There's an argument to not even run this too, but it feels free enough, right? 38 basics, it definitely feels free. I might even go down like 2 basics, because our curve kind of stops at 3, and just like Sithis or something, a lot of our cards replace themselves. So I can see myself as flooding out pretty fast and stuff, especially when I basically stop doing things, past 3 mana. But you do want to at least hit your land drop every turn, right? And this seems important. Overwhelming Splendor's in here just for that one game I'll play where it will matter. But don't expect that to do much. I have, I think, 2 ways to find it, right? You can Heliod's Pilgrim. It is an aura, and you can Idyllic Tutor, because it's also an enchantment, which all auras are. I don't normally like Curse of Silence, but it does replace itself with Sram immediately, which is nice, and obviously replaces itself later, so it's kind of like a weird 1-mana divination and stuff like that. So very, very straightforward, very smooth brainy. Can't go wrong. You either win or you lose, right? There are other cards with text we can certainly play, but I think of all the cards that have text on them, we're at least running 95 of the ones that are probably correct. So, like, comment, subscribe. Let's roll. Remember last time this... Did it kill me? I don't think it killed me last time, but it got, like, disturbingly close for a deck that I, like, had no respect for when the game started. It got really, really close. Alright, I'll keep this because I have a second copy of my commander. I would much prefer a protection spell, though, but take what you can get. And I will not cast this short sword, as I would like to draw a card off of it. No Ragavand! Haha, you fool! There are a lot of burn spells that this deck would probably like to cast. Like, a lot. Oh, look, it's a burn spell. And it's, I guess, is that the one you can have infinite amount of? No. Okay. Yep. Alright, so this pulls it very far out of range. I don't really need to leave up Lauren's Escape. It's not reasonable to do that in this context. As we see, they don't even have a land. Rip. Alright, yeah, we're going to just go ahead and not care about Sram then. Like, ever. Oh, look. It's the best card in my deck. Wow. Oh, look. It's another really, 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 really good card in my deck. Oof. Oof, oof. Yeah, this is unfortunate for my opponent. Oh, I don't even want to Minotide their commander. I just don't even want to do that. It just seems so, yeah. I don't even want to, Ooh, yeah. I really don't like Ragavan. If it wasn't already obvious. Can't say I like that one. Now, I don't think I own Ragavan. I don't think I've ever crafted one in this thing. I own 4 of the the special foils and paper, but I don't think I own one here. Okay, this is a pretty easy matchup, I think. Famous last words, but pretty sure it is. I could be wrong. But I'm feeling very confident about it, especially with Skrelv here. And, well, kind of everything else. I would have preferred this had Vigilance right now. Yep. I was about to say, I don't think my opponent has any way to win this. Such is my life. Mono green again, huh? Okay. Oh, sure. What does this do? Right, it's just that. What on earth does mono green have at instant speed? Veil of Summer? Like, what? Faith Fetters does not stop their commander. Oh, come on. Come on. What's with the fight effects? What is this? What is happening? What is actually happening? I'm losing my mind. Okay, so... This doesn't change anything. That has flash. Let's lead with this, obviously. Is there any merit in casting anything else right now? I don't think so. I'd prefer my opponent to burn another card in the face of this. Right? Like, oh, fight again. And then I just say no. Or they can just play a completely random 7/7. That works too. You got it. Yep. They need some kind of reach or something. Or like a, I don't even know, actually. 6+, no, that's not enough. These are equipment, doesn't help me with this, so... I guess, oh, jeez. Well, this one's a lot easier to equip, so I'll just lead with that if I end up not drawing anything. Okay. Just gonna do this now. And I guess I play Light Paws, because I'm not equipping this, and it's probably just better to have this sitting here. Yep. I think that makes sense. Could be wrong. My opponent is, they're playing cards. I like it. So we take 10. And I just name the card I see, which is the Primordial Worm. Why not? This just makes another blocker. I think that's perfectly fine. I wish these spirits didn't actually attack here. It's kind of unfortunate for us, but oh well. Okay. Do I equip it? I don't know what world would make me not do this. That wasn't necessary, though. It does give me flyers if Sram dies, so there is use to it. Alright, looks like my opponent's just dead, though, because this doesn't actually do anything. And they don't have anything more. So, yeah, they're just dead in the air. Okay. I mean, they could have some crazy stuff right now, but yeah, I highly doubt that. Okay. We have a reprobation for Aragorn, which is really nice. Protection spell, second copy of my commander. A somewhat relevant sword. Kinda. Not that relevant. Man, if only this was Mana Tithe. Alright, never punished. Alright, so do I lead with my commander or do I lead with Light Paws? Probably this one. I didn't even finish my statement by the time I cast Sram. I just ran my cards out. Oh, that's not good. And, alright, so far so good. Let's hope our opponent's next turn is just their commander. I kind of want to just get this going. Surely there's no Spell Pierce. Okay. My opponent could very well just not care, cast Aragorn, and feel like they can pretty reasonably just kill me. Blue, red, white, green. Alright. Killing this now doesn't do too much because I can just simply recast it. This is a very particularly strange one to me. Well, they do kill it anyways. Yep. I think that's fine. Nahiri can plus, and then I can ignore it, sort of. No, I can't ignore it. Well, I mean, I kind of can. I kind of can ignore it. I do have protection from it. Okay. Opponent plays a green-white indestructible card in their 4-color deck that perfectly gets around this. So I guess I have to play something that gives evasion. Alright, we're always doing this. And I guess we do have the evasion already. And I don't know if I'm willing to put more onto Sram. I'll just do this. Okay. And pass? What am I leaving up? I'll pass just because I have a protection spell. The Swiftfoot Boots is very annoying, though. How much mana does this cost to do its thing? Counter from this. This card is stupid. This card is completely degenerate. That card is completely degenerate. Wow. I might have to just put this on it. Well, I don't have any other thing to do it with, so. Okay. I don't know why they didn't swing with their other card. Don't really get that. Yep, we're just going to do this. We're going to play this. This isn't that much. I really don't want to play an aura. I just don't want to throw so much damage into Nahiri, but at this point I kind of need to. So I guess I just will. Feels kind of bad. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Getting somewhat close to the curse. I might even just get the curse right now. If it resolves, I almost just straight up win, so it's hard to not want to take it. So does Lifelink, though, and that seems more reliable than just Splendor. But I could be wrong. I could be wrong about that completely. I'm just going to go for it. I'm going to win a game with it one way or another, even if I have to force it. They lightning bolt my 1/2. My opponent thinks that's worth it. I am going to not let them do it. This way I don't take 15 damage from Aragorn. My opponent yet again has a perfect green, white, non-blue, non-red answer. Must be nice. I can kill this, and then I just don't have a choice here. I just have to do all this. That was a really good draw, because I wanted a second creature. So I'll play this and play this. Or I should say, actually, yes, Skrelv really isn't a second creature here. Okay, they're at 11. They're not swinging all out. I feel like I should block. Okay, well, we got the Splendor, so we're looking at 3 1/1s with no text on them. Okay. I could have swung with Skrelv. Not blocking with it. Can't really pay life to do much. Probably could have just swung with it. I don't think it was a problem killing Aragorn, but maybe it was. It does get a counter here, but I don't know if that's a big deal. There was a complete argument to killing the token, though, for sure, instead. Okay. No text on it. Are they dead? I think they're dead. Yes, they are dead. Unless they have something right now. Looks like they don't. Alright, so we just have enough here to very easily kill. Look at that. No Sram lethal. Who needs it? Nice. Yeah, for someone who actually had non-green, or excuse me, non-blue, non-red answers, they did pretty well for themselves. Pauper is so fun, dude. Oh, I want Pauper. Just give me Pauper. There's no money in Pauper, though, right? You can't sell wild cards, common wild cards. They'll never do it. You want us to lose a bunch of money? Money, 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 money. I'll give you my wallet for Pauper. Screw it. Take all my money. Give me Pauper. Man, I kind of wish I left up Mana Tithe now, huh? It's alright, though. It's alright. 5-color deck, wasn't anticipating a green 1-drop off a green mana dork, or a Minosaurus. Although I think playing Alcide's probably better still, because Minotithe isn't useless. Whoa. Okay. Whoa. You got it. Need a land. Of course not. Alright, leave up Minotithe. Okay, I can... I think it's too late to not just push damage now. We would have basically had a non-game if it wasn't for this delighted halfling. It's kind of funny. Actually, it'd be completely a non-game if it wasn't for that. Would have probably already just won. They would have probably conceded. That is Death Touch. But I do have First Strike, so it's not that bad. Still kind of problematic. But I do have First Strike. Yep. I don't think there's any reason to play this right now. So I just won't. Like, they're always just blocking. Maybe they're not. Okay. I say maybe they don't block, because it does have lifelink, but no dice. Alright, so I'm going to leave up Protection Spell and Minotithe. Surely my opponent doesn't flip the nuts here. Unbelievable. Actually unbelievable. Any number of creatures from your hand to the battlefield. Okay, surely we don't lose to complete and utter nonsense. I can still just win. None of this immediately wins the game. None of it has a lifelink. That was actually Jetmir. I mean, they're just playing all the 3 colored cards because of this. You just want to play everything that can give you stuff, I guess, but don't think it's going to be enough. Do I cast this to scry right now? What am I scrying for? I can't give myself protection from enough colors to let Sram actually do anything, so I think I'm just going to scry. Everything is red except Golos. So I can hit them for 5? Let's see, put that there. How much damage is this? 1, 2, 3. Each enchantment. So this is +4, +4, +5. It's 1 off lethal if I stop Golos from hitting me. But I do have a lot of... Wait a minute, that's... I have Griff Spoon. Am I actually just stupid? Hold on. Play this. Okay, we have it, right? We have it. Because, Griff Spoon, Light Paws gives another aura for the ethereal armor as well. Doesn't really matter. And then this is +1/+1 as well, but don't need it. Nice. Got there. If I don't click through my combat. Wow, that was crazy. It did not look like I had it. I kind of didn't realize I had Griff Spoon in my hand, not gonna lie. What does this do? Why am I seeing all this jank? Is Sram like tier 3? What is happening? Whenever this deals combat, lose a life, mill, you gain, and scry. Okay. That's kind of cute. Well, we have Skrelv, so we keep it. Do I lead with Giver next turn? No, as long as I have at least like one card to cycle instantly with Sram, I think it makes sense to not do that, so. That is not a counterspell. And I don't really care about any of the text on this. Not gonna lie. Combat damage to a player, loses life, da-da-dee-da-da. Okay. Is there any merit in activating this? I don't think so. I don't think so. They could just kill it in response anyways. It wouldn't actually change anything. Alright, so I lose a life and mill a card, and then you scry one. Notably, they do not draw. If this drew, it would be crazy, but obviously it doesn't. I could stop their commander, and I think I just will. Actually, you know what? I'm going to cycle. I think it's better off just doing this. I'm just better off doing this. What is this? Spell Pierce? A null? What? Okay. Yeah, sure. You got a null. You got it. Opponent just played a null. Am confused. Am confused. Okay, what does this ninja do? It, Oh, of course it does. Why wouldn't it? They have the best possible one ever of all time. Whenever this deals combat damage, you may discard. Okay. So I replace Sram, and I pass. This can choose, right? So it can choose the silencer and then do it again, but that doesn't outright stop me from tapping my thing here. Okay, I don't really care about this. They're just going to take probably ossification. They don't have any business taking this sword. And, okay, they took the sword. I'm very confused. They are the other two colors. I don't know why they did that. That is just very odd. I don't get it. Very unusual. Thief of Sanity doesn't really do anything against me whatsoever, and I am completely forced to deal with this silencer anyways, so I'll just do that. And so I can lead with an attack. Shoot. In what universe does my opponent block here? Let's see if they block. Because I obviously can just... Yeah. Let's play this? Or should I play this? Alright, I'll play this. The Thief of Sanity's not really doing anything, but... Sure. I haven't seen a Thief of Sanity in like 2 years. There's not really anything it can get. It can pump their own creatures, I guess, right? But there's not, like, removal or anything. Okay. Let's start the old spirit train here. Is there any merit to casting anything now? Not quite. The spirits can now start to block as well. I think well, my whole hand is instant speed, actually. What am I talking about? I don't actually have to do anything. Well, you're not winning by not swinging. Yep, there you go. But again, there's not really anything you can steal. And we're not losing the damage race by quite a bit, so. Alright, they only had one option there. That's kind of funny. Assuming it wasn't triple lands. Oh no, my graveyard. Okay. Alright, let's flash in this random 2-2 that can potentially mess my opponent's plans up some. And yeah, we just swing. I could have held back with the one in, like a 1-1 or something, but I don't really see why I care. Like, you hit me, I don't really care. You're not winning with your own cards. You're not going to find a way to come back out of my deck. So I don't really care about Thief of Sanity hitting me. The fact that they swung means they're basically all in on trying to find something here with it. But again, they're not going to. But maybe it was right to just leave back one blocker anyways, just for the sake of it. Yep, but it's just not. There's just nothing you're gonna find out of my deck, right? Today is like 95 degrees out when it's been like 60 degrees out, or like 50. So every single like aging old man in my neighborhood is riding a motorcycle right now. Everyone's out in their midlife crisis bikes. This is a black deck, so I do like the Selfless Savior. Obviously, it's still weak to Swords of Plowshares, but when are you not? Oh boy. Let's, that. And swing, yeah. Theirs has first strike, so I don't really ever see myself as truly blocking, even with the Selfless Savior. Especially if I can completely ignore what they're doing. I think I will end step this solid footing. Yeah. Vigilance was good. Wasn't amazing, because again, still his first strike. That is interesting, but I can't immediately equip it. Do I need lifelink too? I mean, I might as well lead with this. Oh, before I do that, let's cast this. Draw another card first. Do I really want to equip this? You know what? I really don't know if I have to. Do I really need to gain the life? I think I would much rather just do this and leave up Blessing. I think that makes way more sense. In this turn cycle, I can probably just block Thalia. That doesn't really do anything, though. Like, do I really care? Like, kind of just recast it. Doesn't really matter. As long as I have all the protection and stuff, it could be profoundly difficult for them to actually do anything. Okay, you can play lands from graveyard now. The engine hath be online, sort of. I think I will just block Thalia, because that is a lot of lost tempo here for the opponent. Let's see if this resolves first, and then I'll do it. It does. Alright. Makes my life a lot easier. They can't play 2 lands a turn anymore. But I think they can, if they find more lands, obviously, they can just cast Thalia again. They did not. Alright. I don't know why they didn't play a land out of their graveyard. I don't think they played a land for the turn, so it's kind of unusual to me. And we are in a position where I can't really equip this, so let's leave it here. Because I just cannot tap out. It's not realistic. I could this very turn and hit them, but then after that it's like, obviously not looking good. Sure. Idyllic Tutor is kind of neat. Could go get the card in question later. But for now, we just saw some for this amount of damage. And pass. But yeah, we can find the Shroud card here, but I don't really have to right now. My opponent can't really just cast Thalia. They need more than that. Okay. That was off the top of the deck. You have no recourse to that. That makes a bunch of food tokens, right? Yes, it does. Doesn't really matter. Okay. If they had Scurry Oak right now, they could have done like the combo with infinite tokens, I think, right? But obviously wouldn't really work out here. Well, actually it would, because they gain infinite life. I can't kill them with Infect like last time. Okay. Alright, so I think they're dead. Let me just Okay. So it's an 8/6. It swings as a 6/6 because of the power thing. I could play the One Ring. Does this change anything if I play this? I don't think it does. Yeah, unfortunately I can't kill... Can I? 1, 2, 3, 4... plus... No, I can't. I cannot kill my opponent this turn. Tragic. Yep, alright. Boring old 6 in the air. 2-turn clock no matter what I do, so I might as well just put as many shields up as possible and just kill them next turn, right? Now, they do make some food tokens, I guess, so it's not precisely a 2-turn clock, but as it stands, I'm not exactly dead to anything, so... Other than, like, Scurry Oak, I guess, right? But, again, I can't do anything about that. Opponent is giving Sram the old up and down. It's kind of funny. Alright, so at this point, yeah, it makes sense for them to just get rid of everything in play that is not a combo piece. Alright, they do not do that. I would have sacked the Lotus Cobra, probably, and just dug for an actual way to win. They might also not be running a combo. Could just not be in the cards there. Okay, well, if it is, we lose. Really have no idea what this could be. But it is currently the best card in the... It is Scurry Oak. No idea why that took them more than 2 seconds. Very strange how that works. Oh, it's because it's setting up next turn, I guess, and they just didn't want to put it in play without it immediately killing me. Okay, that doesn't trigger Evolve on Scurry Oak. Okay. Oh, oh man, that's crazy. Yeah, they couldn't trigger the Scurry Oak. I forgot that was a requirement of the combo, which obviously justifies them thinking about it. Yeah. So I like this strategy. It's kind of fun. I mean, I complain all the time, but I'm still having a good time with it. It's just what my commentaries makes it sound like I'm complaining. I do like this strategy. It's very one-dimensional, right? And it's probably super important to have at least one protection spell every single game. So there is wisdom in probably mulliganing for one of those. I never got a greater Auramancy in play, unfortunately. Came close, but close is not there. Teferi's Protection is probably too slow at 3. So maybe another equipment, aura, or random protection spell that somehow isn't already in here could be better. I did like the One Ring, though. Even in this strategy, I actually did end up liking this. It's pretty... Oh, there it goes. Well, I'll put it back in, but I did like that one. I never got a Swift Boots on there or Mirror Shield on there. The swords are super wishy-washy, mainly because they're so expensive. It's 5 mana to get going, which is unbelievably expensive for this deck. So much so that I don't even know if I like On Sarah's Wings, but I don't know, maybe... The lifelink is obviously... Actually, all the text on this is just super solid, right? Lifelink, Flying, Vigilance, just very, very good. It's all the ones you really want for your... It's actually the exact 3 you really want. The Splendor is decent if you can get it to stick, and sometimes you can. Sometimes you can't, but sometimes you can. I think it did win me at least one game. I think it was against Aragorn. The other time I played it, my opponent just laughed at it and blew it up. With a randomly generated card, mind you. That's how it blew up. Off the Key of the Archive. Anything else notable here? I'm not sure. There's not much to say about it, because it's so one-dimensional, right? I could maybe take out some of the, like, Nahiri's Binding, because it's 3 mana, and just go for, like, a cheaper Pacify, a more generic Pacify card, because it's just cheaper. I do like this because it can hit any permanent, right? Planeswalkers and stuff seems super solid, but yeah, it could probably go even lower to the ground. Stuff like Dub is in here, just because you're going to run out of options to put in. I mean, this is only Historic Brawl, right? It's not... every card ever printed like normal EDH. I don't know how I feel about Mana Tithe. It's super goofy. Like, makes your opponent think, I guess, but like you would prefer it to have been just another protection spell at 1 mana, but at this point I think I am running all of those. I do think this might be slightly better than Light Paws, just because you can play more early stuff to cycle with, as opposed to, you know, Light Paws not doing that. Now, Light Paws always gets a second thing immediately, right? You cast something on it, and the card you draw goes right on top of Light Paws. It just goes right on her, as opposed to going to your hand. So that's obviously very strong. Yeah, so I don't know. Honestly, between those two, you'd probably even want Core... Where are you? Where's the core Spirit Dancer? You'd probably want core Spirit Dancer in your command zone if you could, but it's not a legendary, so you can't do that. Fortunately for everybody else, but unfortunate for us. But between these two, I like the card draw that Sram gives access to with the colorless equipment. Just broadens your deck choices. But Light Paws is different enough to where they might be kind of difficult to compare them, because you can't run these equipment, and you're running something else instead, right? Some other random stuff that is probably weaker overall, because you just don't have access to super cheap cycling, pumping stuff, right? But at the same time, you have, like, hinges against different stuff. Like, you can bring in other tools that you don't have here, like... Or, like, you can... I'm trying to think. Maybe Ethereal Armor your opponent's card and then, like, put a Pacify under it as well? No, it goes on Light Paws, right? Okay, never mind. Don't listen to me. I'm rambling about stupid stuff. I'm trying to find something to think about, but something to talk about. There's not really much to say here. It's very straightforward. If you like Sram, you like it. If you don't, you don't. There's very little in the realm of card options, right? And with every set, you might get 1 or 2 card options. I like to go back to Light Paws every set to see if it got anything new. Lately, I wouldn't say so. Not enough for me to make another video out of it. But thought I'd just try Sram, because I really haven't done that specific version of it. But yeah, let me know what you thought about it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I will put the One Ring back in. See you next time.